My name is Mitch Isavidia. I'm a spoken word artist. And I'm glad to be here. Tonight I'll be sharing a few stories, yeah, a few pieces and stuff, yeah. And my first piece for the evening is called Being a Ugandan. Hello, hello. It's called Busy Being a Ugandan, yeah? Yeah. So when the line is nice, we snap, yeah? When the line is nice, we snap, okay? Yeah. A friend, a friend traveled to West Africa. When she came back, she posed the question to me. Why don't you guys love your history? At first I was defensive, but then later was, which part of our history don't we like? Are we supposed to love the sad part of our history? The conversation got deeper. Maybe we don't hate our present so much to go back and dig in our past to see where we went wrong. She said, if you hate your present, why don't you guys come together and rise up? I told her here we only come together and rise up when it is church, praise and worship. So the Lord will take care of everything. She asked me how. I told her the Bible teaches no weapon formed against us shall prosper. But then I remembered guns are manufactured and not formed. So dear my fellow countrymen, are we supposed to love the saddest parts of our history? So this is my experience. I am a believer of good governance and the rule of the law. But here, the rule of the law only applies to a few family members and their in-laws. So even if you live by the law within the law and you're not their in-law, the law will totally treat you as an outlaw. To those who studied and learned law, how is the law interpreted such that it doesn't protect those who are so low? I mean, with the country regarded as landlocked, we are drowning in debt. Our currency keeps getting watered down. We are hit with different waves of inflation. You know, a system is so broken down. When they break down vehicles, supposed to transport vehicles that are broken down are also broken down. Hear me out. Today we mourn for what used to be a road. This is a remainder of what used to be a road. After all, the road to heaven is narrow, right? Here money can buy you conveniency. Instead of channeling the money to elevate the roads and filling those potholes, you can choose to be pot-bellied and buy a convenient car that can easily maneuver those potholes. And to our engineers who chose to build roads in potholes, you have our prayers. I am busy being a Ugandan. So many blunders. Sometimes I sit down and wonder. Here, incompetence is rewarded with blind loyalty. I mean, the government-aided schools cannot have a meal, but the prisoners have a meal or a 2 a day. Ballot papers can reach the farthest area within the country, unlike medicine. I mean, make this make sense to me. Joining the military is free, but medical school is expensive. I bet the whole idea is to use guns for mass vaccination, right? We are sorry. After our thorough analysis and research, it is unfortunate to inform you that your place is so insecure for us to set up a police station. Now you want us to do what? But anyway, we are supposed to love our history, but we are not told to love our history, right? So we can't keep masquerading like we do so. Now this is for the ladies, hopefully you catch this line. We can't keep masquerading to do so. Without proper foundation, we cannot make up for it. The only thing we have is to face it. Yeah, they call that. But Uganda is so sexy, even life gets sad. I mean, we enjoy our country. The Bible teaches us to forgive and forget. Maybe that's why we forget our history. But here we joke about every sad scenario. In the meanwhile, Let me compile all the memes about Uganda. Maybe those who will come after me will not have to love our history, but they will look back and laugh about it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are we having a good time? How is adulting? How is adulting treating you guys? How is adulting? The adulting is adulting. It's not. It's giving what? Adulting. Anyway, this next piece is called Look at Us, yeah? We wanted to be adults so much, now look at us. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Well, I'm just working towards Friday and I see what happens next. I mean, in a blink of an eye, the weekend is over. The beauty is, it lasts longer than most of your relationships. We wanted to be adults so much, now look at just another day of please find attached and best of kind regards. Hopefully this email finds you well. Well, spoiler alert, these are just threats packaged well. The best mathematics students in school are still struggling to figure out life, and us who struggled at mathematics after so many failed relationships, it is easier to find our exes. We wanted to be adults so much, now look at. It is easier to get the latest Apple iPhone than to be someone's apple of an eye. Sometimes I'm even pushed to believe Eve left Adam because of an Apple iPhone. It explains why the serpent was airdropped from heaven. It gives a whole new meaning to iCloud. It's about individualism. Me, myself, and I. We keep postponing when to catch up with our friends until death does us apart. We wanted to be adults so much, now look at all of us. Except a few people, yeah? I mean the ladies. The ladies will hate guys who give them coins and love those who give them both good sides of the coin, head and tail. When it comes to relationships, it's about coins. It's about coins, it's about money. When it comes to relationships, I mean, we exchange our hearts for our phones. Our phones keep falling in love more than our hearts. When it comes about partners, it's about aesthetics. Many will opt for partners who have gym bodies, and somehow the relationships will fail to work out. Yeah, you called that. We wanted to be adults so much, now look at. We have been disappointed most of our life. And we are supposed to earn trust. And here every earning is taxed, so we are scared of earning trust. And somehow we are supposed to trust the process. Has someone ever bothered to ask the process if it knows we trust it? And this trust thing is supposed to be reciprocated. When will that process start trusting us? They say there is light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, is it hard to light the whole tunnel? We wanted to be adults so much, now look at. I'm scared. We are going to be the generation of parents that don't watch news. How are we even going to discipline children after making TikTok videos with them? It's a bit weird. I don't know what I'll leave them as inheritance. I don't know who will take over my poems and a few of my vibes. I mean, we wanted to be adults so much, now look at. Today you're financially stable, the next day, I mean, you're trying to figure out life, you're pledging, contributing towards something. It's about finances, right? I thought rock bottom was supposed to be our foundation, only to realize rock bottom has a basement, and people are playing loud music and partying. But somehow we are resilient, we are dream chasers. It explains why every morning we wake up, because we are tired. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is adulting? How is adulting? My next piece is called Midtown Playlist, yeah? It's about Kampala. Hopefully you guys have been around Kampala, and yeah. The non-stop mix of corruption, the playlist with pollution. Prostitution is a terrific jam. Street preachers and the gospel in a traffic jam. The music serenades, the alcohol flows. Make way for legislators, we can break any traffic rules. Brown thighs, skimpy clothes, it's more of optical nutrition. Young girl for old men, it's a hassle for tuition. The sun scorches, many are thirsty, while others quench their thirsty with expensive bottles of scotch. That's the irony. Flakes and survival, churches and revivals. Tales of how believers turned rivals. Pastors cruising Mercedes and Escalades at the mercy of the needy while their poor situation escalates. Evil, we breed. Ego and breed. Silent disco, everyone listens to their own misery. Kampala girls love men who drive. As long as you have a car, be assured of hitting that pothole. Taxis and matatus. I mean, the song is on repeat. Mothers selling merchandise by the roadside versus the authority on the other side. It's rock music on the road. The potholes will have you nodding your heads. The traffic officers love the Millie Rock. Street food and dust, the combo hits different. Silent disco. Everyone listens to their own misery. Hungry faces, faint smiles. Those follow the rhythm of big booty and fine women. Chants and yells. Bleached faces, dark body patches, custom-made human walking color wheels. Welcome to the dance floor of hope. This is the Midtown playlist. Hello, hello, hello. I want to share a piece with you. It is a Uganda piece. Hopefully you guys can enjoy. It's called Kampala. I'll translate later. So when I say Kampala, 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 you respond with Kampala, yeah? Let's try it. Kampala, Kampala, Kampala. Kampala, Kampala, Kampala. Kampala, Kampala, Kampala. Kampala, Kampala, Kampala. Mu kibuga gye nva. We bukeera buli omu oyo gy'alabira ekitangaala. Tweyiya bwetyo ne tuwangaala. Music abamu bakuba dancehall, abalala bakuba lingala. Kati nkukiriza ku kaalo k'eddangala. Abatuuze gye baliira amakoola ga kiragala. Abasinga babiyita biragala. Plain oba kibanga babitabika. Bibawa essanyu kirabika naye abandi bababika. Abasinga obasanga butabika. Tuyiiya duniya buli omu ayingirawo mu sitayiro. Paaka nkadde abamu baviiramu ku Cairo. Kati nkutuuseeyo mu kiro Kampala Road ng'okkirirawo ku kaboozi. Top pub gy'osanga abaana abalenga akaboozi. Anko jangu tulabe. It's a bit cold, yeah? Let me share. This is a love piece, yeah? It's in English. Any lovers in the house? Guys, you need to put your hearts into circulation. Yeah. Okay, but what I'm about to say doesn't represent me as a person. I'm a nice person. Guys, it's a love piece, yeah? Yeah, it's a bit cold, so I need to light up the mood. Hey, we have never met, but your face looks familiar. I'm just so used to beautiful things around me. FYI, I'm so smooth with words, so tighten your seatbelt. It's going to be a long journey through the alphabets. I am not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I have a list of jazz music we could listen to. I've listened to all kinds of instruments, all kinds of music, but not even the best music producer can make your heart beat. We could groove to the rhythm of your blood flow. With my current state, you could be the president of my imagination. I used to think dating you was wrong and I gave up on thinking. And I bet you are tired because you have been running on my mind, but whenever you feel you want to ever rest, I'll take you to the tallest of mountains. Yeah, you missed that. Let me bring it back one more time. Yeah, someone called that. I bet you are tired because you have been running on my mind, but whenever you feel you want to ever rest, I'll take you to the tallest of mountains. I promise whatever is between me and you will be kept a secret. But with those many weekly independent observers, it's no news that you glow like the Kampala sun. Every day you bring me new visions. I can't wait to be your daily monitor. We are like Uganda and corruptions, physics and assumptions. You are like Massacre Road. Those cars make you more dangerous. Let's get to the gist. I need to explain my situation. My doctor subjected me to a balanced diet, but with you expect a simple meal, so no side dishes. To the best of my knowledge, where I need me, I have to acknowledge you are God's best creation. You make time freeze. You make walls cease. Mozilla Fireworks, Opera Mini, Google Chrome. I deleted all of them because the search is over. I am not good at mathematics, but I can count on you. I am not good with numbers, but how are you old and beautiful even? I'm not a chef, but I think I can cater for your needs. They say time is money. I've found the urge to spend it on you. You are a working investment. A lot of men look at you in marginal returns and start gaining interest. Sahala, Kalahari, you are hotter than the climate there. I used to think no woman is good enough for me until I met you. And I realized it was true. Because I use the same lines on every other different woman. Sorry, guys. Ladies, I'm doing my last piece for the night, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, my last piece for the night. This piece is called I Remember. For guys who have grown up in black neighborhoods or African neighborhoods or with black moms or parents, you can kind of relate. Yeah, this is my story. I remember growing up, innocence was the last thing I would have wanted to tread. But I was always found guilty of something. I was caned for crying out loud after being caned, for not crying after being caned. For every mistake, no room for error. Sorry. There was no room for error. Playing around the neighborhood, not eating at home, failing to sleep after a meal. It is weird how all these childhood punishments have become adulthood fantasies. But with the caning going on, the perpetrator, who happens to be my mom, was always the narrator of my story. So you want to kill me. Imagine a statement coming from someone giving you a good ass whooping. So this is my story. Memories I want to hold on to. Those I want to forget. Those I wish they never existed, and those I could relive. The times I faked sleep to be carried to bed soon faded as I blossomed. I had my ears pulled to bed. The sad look on my parents' faces when I wasn't doing okay. And then later being threatened to be taken to a children's market or prison in times when I misbehaved. These were twists and turns. Sunday school. Sunday school used to be fun until I lost my patience to the never-ending long church services. It was the Holy Spirit versus the free-spirited. My love language is physical touch, and I got that from my mom. The Umoja slipper she used to use in times when I misbehaved. She could massage the parts I couldn't reach, like the mid-back. I could still remember that. Words of affirmation. That is one I was least deprived of, but was substituted with an extra piece of meat, as my dad used to give it to me in times when we have dinner. These are childhood highlight reels. The times I was stripped naked when we had fish as a meal. What is a Samtas meal if you don't lick soup off your elbows? I miss Christmas. I miss Christmas when everything about Christmas was Christmas, the dance competitions, the Lingala, but everything changed when I started chipping into those bills. Early childhood heartbreaks. Those were introduced to us when we failed to score the big balloons, but somehow they prepared us for adulthood, as we always aim for bigger things. The long walk of shame. The long walk of shame, me going back to the shop after buying the wrong item. I was always caned. And now it was time for my mom to tell her story. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mitch Isaville. That has been my time.
Thank you so much, Mitch. We have two more performers. Please be patient with us, and you're going to have a lovely evening, and you remember something about Uganda and xenson art space. The next performer I'm inviting, he's called Xenson. He's the founder of this space. And he loves hip-hop and poetry.